A very good morning and a warm welcome to all of you present here. I am Manas.
And I'm Manisha, and we are your MCs for today.
We request everyone gathered here to welcome Honorable Leader Dr. Manohar Joshi with a huge round of applause.
Successful people don't do different things. They do things differently. Such a person is Dr. Manohar Joshi, an eminent Indian politician from the state of Maharashtra. He began his political career by being elected to the Legislative Council.
वे अपनी प्रगति की सीढ़ियों पर चढ़ते गए और 1976 में मुंबई के मेयर बने. He holds the distinction of becoming the first non-Congress Chief Minister of Maharashtra. He rose to the position of Speaker in the Lok Sabha during the National Democratic Alliance administration. फिर 2006 में उनको चुनाव 6 सालों के लिए राज्यसभा के प्रतिनिधि के रूप में हुआ.
This was just one side of his life and work, but the other side includes his contribution to the society. His entrepreneurial skills encouraged him to start Kohinoor Technical and Vocational Training Institute, a unique idea which was unheard in the 1970s. In a developing nation like India, where we have young men and women graduating from colleges in large numbers each year, it was and still is very important to make them self-reliant and equip them with occupational skills.
This is where Dr. Joshi made a considerable impact on the lives of scores of young men and women. The Kohinoor Institute provides training courses for electrician, plumber, TV or scooter repair, photography, and more.
The institute is now well established in different parts of Maharashtra and has expanded to construction and other capital-oriented businesses. Dr. Joshi ने कोहिनूर बिजनेस और कोहिनूर IMI हॉस्पिटैलिटी संस्थान को भी स्थापित किया, जो आज मुंबई के सबसे अच्छे संस्थानों के रूप में विख्यात हैं.
We are indeed fortunate that we have got an opportunity to have such a dignitary amongst us at Global Indian International School. We request our guest of honor, Dr. Manohar Joshi, Mr. Atul Tamurnikar, Chairman of Global Indian International School, and other dignitaries to light the traditional lamp. So please.
Thank you, sirs. We now invite Dr. Joshi and Mr. Tamurnikar on stage. To express our deep appreciation of Dr. Joshi's visit to our school, we call upon the GIIS students to present a floral tribute to Mr. Manohar Joshi.
We invite Mr. Atul Tamurnikar, Chairman of GIIS, for the welcome address.
Morning, students. We have a very distinguished personality today with us. As you know, we have been giving you opportunities to meet the distinguished personalities, to learn from them. And Dr. Manohar Joshi is one such exemplified example of how he has used education to create development of Indian talent. Just this morning when we were talking, he mentioned about his vision as to how technical education could be empowered and expanded to create more talent pool in India, which will support the industry and the economy to grow better. So without much ado, may I request Dr. Joshi to come and say a few words with us. And then post that, we will be having a question answer session, which will be, we will give you opportunities to ask in terms of what are your interesting questions. So thank you very much.
The Honorable Chairman and my dear students, it's indeed a great pleasure for me to be with you today. This is not my first time to come to Singapore. Singapore has been my favorite place for the last several years. But for the first time, I'm coming to some school and meeting the students. Basically, I'm an educationist. I have my private coaching classes in Mumbai, in India, and I must say, when your chairman invited me for this, it gave me really a great pleasure. Meeting students is my hobby. Talking to them, trying to understand them is also my favorite job. And therefore, I accepted the invitation and I immediately came here. I don't have much knowledge about your school today, but I can definitely give you my good wishes. And since most of the students are from India, I can wish you a good luck, and also would like you to come back to India when you pass your examinations and when you enter a professional life. I always divide the life of anybody in three parts. The first part of the life is up to 25 years of age. And I've been always saying that during this age, the education must be your topmost priority. Learn as much as you can. After the age of 25, the life outside the school begins, school or college, it begins, and you can choose a field which you like. From the age of 25 to 50 is the age when you can make necessary progress, and whatever field you have chosen, try to be always best. I would appeal to you to try to be number one in the field that you have chosen. And after the age of 50, it's a time of your life when you can take a little rest and also advise others. And your advice would be useful to the future generation, the advice that you gave after your own experience. And therefore, I have decided not to give you a long speech, but I must tell you my own experience. in the field of politics and also in the field of business. I do both these things by heart. The politics give you always reputation, and business gives you maximum money. And therefore, making a choice in your own life as to what you should do in the life will give you sufficient expertise, sufficient knowledge, and I'm sure that will bring you up. So making a choice at a right age as to what you want to be in the life is most important. You may work in any field, whatever you like, but try to be always best. I do not know how much cricket is being played in the country, but in India, the cricket is the most popular game. And this year, you must be aware that the World Cup was won by India. And that could be done only because the Indian cricketers devoted to the cause. They wanted to be world champions, and they proved to the world that in the game of cricket, we are the best. So also in the other walks of life, our country is trying to do maximum possible. In this country also, I have seen that the people from different parts of the world come. They see the city of Singapore, and in Mumbai city from where I have come, the people working in the social life always say that Mumbai must become Singapore. The Singapore city has also a good name, good reputation for its cleanliness, for the people who stay here, and we also want the city of Mumbai should be as clean as the city of Singapore is. And therefore, my today's trip is not only an entertainment, but my trip to Singapore is to learn something and to make the city of Mumbai beautiful as the city of Singapore. Long back in 1975-76, I was the mayor of Mumbai. 2 times I got elected to the municipal council. Thereafter, I got elected to the Maharashtra Assembly, and I became the leader of the opposition and also the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. I was so very interested to go to the central government. I got elected in the parliament, and I became the minister for heavy industries and thereafter the speaker of Lok Sabha. I am fully confident one who can control the members of Lok Sabha can very easily control the students of school. And therefore, there is no difficulty about it. I would like the questions to come to me from the students, and I'll be happy to reply you in the capacity that I have. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind. Jai Maharaj.
Thank you, sirs. Like a well-loved elder, you have spoken to us from your heart. We thank you for the warmth and patriotism evident in your words.
Now, Mr. Tamurnikar will felicitate the guest of honor, presenting him with a small token of her affection on behalf of the Global Indian International School family.
We, the students of Global Indian International School, have a great opportunity today to come face to face with a distinguished political leader of our times. Dr. Manohar Joshi is a visionary and a path maker who has given direction to lives of many people in Maharashtra. We are now eager to hear from him something about his life and achievements. With this aim in mind, we invite students of our school to interact with Dr. Manohar Joshi. Meet Upadhyay, a student of class 11, will ask his question first to our honorable leader.
Good morning, sir. Is it true that you have been influenced by the work and life of V. Savarkar, Shri Guruji and Deen Dayal Upadhyay?
Yes, it is absolutely true. But not only impressed by the lives of these three personalities, whenever I see an outstanding personality, I am always impressed by him. And therefore, Savarkar, Guruji or some other people, as they were the people of interest to me, there are a number of other leaders, including Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Nehru, they have also impressed me as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Next we have Tejusi of class 11.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर। आपके समय में कोहिनूर व्यावसायिक विद्यालय एक नया विचार था, इसकी प्रेरणा आपको कहाँ से मिली?
How do you know my name of my institute? If you know the name of my institute, it's Kohinoor.
I read it.
I have been running it for the last 51 years, and the Kohinoor means best. As I said in my earlier speech, you must try to be best in all walks of life. Therefore, I don't think India is more proud of any other thing excepting the Kohinoor diamond. I wanted my institute to be as big and as well known as Kohinoor, and therefore my success story starts from the name Kohinoor itself. Today, the Kohinoor Institute is a technical institute having about 25,000 students, and जैसा कि आपने पूछा कि प्रेरणा कहाँ से मिली, तो आप जानते हैं कि कोहिनूर सभी को प्रेरणा देता है। जो कोई भी आदमी अच्छा काम करना चाहता है और कोहिनूर का प्रकाश हर देश में जाता है, जैसा आज कोहिनूर की रूप से मेरा भी सिंगापुर में आना हुआ, ऐसी बात कोहिनूर के बारे में होती है। धन्यवाद।
Next, we have Amit of class 8A.
As an educationist, what is your reaction with the current education policy and the changes brought in by Mr. Kapil Sibal?
The question is not difficult, but the reply has to be given little more than the other questions. Kapil Sibal's policy has been good. He is trying to do best in the educational field. Basically, as you must be aware, that Kapil Sibal was a renowned Supreme Court advocate. He joined the ministry, and right from day one, when he got the education portfolio, he has been trying to change the policy. Now, changing the policy in our country is a difficult task. He wants education to reach to everybody in the country, and it requires a lot of money if the education is to reach everyone in the country. There may be monetary problems, but apart from that, his latest policy about the deemed universities, he wants that private people also may get their own university. It means those who have some certain number of students or certain number of buildings for the education, they may be given the number one university. And therefore, some universities have been given, but thereafter, as happens in a democracy, some people are opposing its policies, and therefore the issue is still pending. Since I am a member of parliament, I know that the bill to that effect of Kapil Sibbal's policy came to the parliament, but it was not approved. Then it has gone back, and now another policy which is in his mind is that the foreign countries also should be given a permission to start colleges, educational institutions in India. Now, this policy was found by the people of India little dangerous, because then the people will go to those institutes which are coming from the foreign country, and therefore this policy was also opposed, and now he is trying to find out some ways by which the foreign education also can enter into our country and people get a global knowledge. So this is a new idea. I fully support it, and I know for certain that getting an idea and putting it in practice are two different things, but Kapil Sibbal has determined it, and therefore I support his new policy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Coming up with the next question, we have Avneet of Class 8A.
Good morning, sir. My question is, sir, India is listed as one of the most corrupt countries in the world. So what are your suggestions to eradicate corruption?
The question is the current important question in India. I don't think that we have number one. We have no number one in the corruption, but we are also not far from number one. We must be third or fourth corrupt country in the world. And this is a matter of great disgrace to us. I personally think that the corruption must be totally abolished. People are trying.
Go back.
You must have heard the name of Anna Hazare, who recently was fasting in Delhi against the government on the issue of corruption. I must also mention that the government is also trying different ways and means to stop the corruption. But the country, unfortunately, becoming the most corrupt country, and it can be stopped provided I have found only one way out, that right from the school education, the anti-corruption education must be given to the students. I remember as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, I had introduced this in every school, that an education of nationalism and an education for anti-corruption was started from the school. It is unfortunately started in Maharashtra, but it has to be started all over the country. And if the children are taught during their age, during this age, I am sure that the next generation of the country will be above corruption. And therefore, there are a number of people who are seriously thinking about it, but I had never thought that this issue might have reached Singapore. And I think in Singapore also, the issue has reached that India is a corrupt country. It's a shame on the part of the country, shame on the part of politicians like me, that we have not been able to stop corruption. Recently, in the last parliament, there were 3 important issues of corruption were raised. And the first corruption issue was spectrum. The second was a tallest building in Mumbai. And there was third issue also. So these third issues reached to the minds of the people. The parliament could not work for about a month. Entire month was spent on this issue. And I hope that the country has started now understanding how much we suffer because of the corruption, and the day would come when there may not be corruption in the country. Thank you.
Next, we have Amol of 9IG.
नमस्कार, मैं 9IGB से अमोल ब्रांच पे मैं आज आपको एक प्रश्न के माध्यम से निवेदन करना चाहूँगा। मेरा प्रश्न यह है कि राजनीति में आपकी यात्रा बहुत ही प्रभावशाली रही है, तो क्या आपकी बचपन से ही राजनीति में रुचि थी?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं। बचपन से मैंने ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया कि मैं राजनीति में जाऊं। लेकिन जब मेरा कॉलेज एजुकेशन पूरा हुआ एट द एज ऑफ 25, as I explained by giving earlier speech, that up to the age of 25 you must learn. You must only try to get education. And thereafter you can do whatever you like best. So up to the age of 25, I was only studying. I did my BA, I did my MA, I did my LLB also. So first I wanted to become a teacher. Then I thought I should become a professor. And thereafter I did my law because I wanted to be an advocate. And thereafter I started my business after the age of 25. Business of teaching students additional knowledge, we may call it coaching classes. And at the age of 30, I joined politics and I started doing my political work. Politics means doing a better social work. There are people who are in the social work. But you know, in the government is slow. Sometimes the government is negative. And therefore, I always wish that country will prosper, the country which has more potential of political activities. And therefore, these political activities were started by me at the age of 30. I contested municipal corporation, I won in the corporation. Then, of course, my thirst went on increasing, and from corporator to member of Legislative Assembly, and finally, the member of Lok Sabha. And I must tell you all that if the politicians are good, the country can make more progress. But these days I have found that the students don't like to come to politics. Politics is treated not good, but as bad profession. I personally think it depends on the persons who work in that particular sphere. And therefore, going to politics, working hard, trying to help the government or oppose the government, whatever you want to do, but if it is done by the educated people, the politics will be nice. And therefore, at times, I felt that in politics there should be a condition of education also, that minimum education should be prescribed. But in our country there is democracy, and democracy means the government run by majority, and therefore this point of view is also not being accepted in India. Everybody who has completed the age of 21 has a right to vote. My question is, now it is 18, now they have made it 18, but whether at the age of 18, somebody will be in a position to understand properly as to which party he should vote is a matter of doubt yet. But the political field is also interesting, and I've been always saying, in politics, if the man achieves some post, then everybody has to go to him for some or the other work. To me, I think that politics is the best field to work, provided the best people are there to rule. And therefore, I've always respected the political field and politicians. I hope that some of the students from here would also decide to join politics for better achievements. Thank you very much.
I'd like to add here something, sir, is that in Singapore we are having elections next week. And a very interesting thing has happened here is youngsters, particularly there are two young candidates. One is just 25 years old and one is 27 years old. Both are girls. And I think they've seen that there is a lot of merit in coming into politics and doing the real community service that is required to help the underprivileged and the community at large. So this is a good trend in Singapore, and all our youngsters are seeing this, and hopefully we will have similar trends coming up in India, where young people will move towards becoming an MLA or an MP, and basically not from a perspective of gaining glory, but more for serving the community. So we might be able to see such good developments in India also.
It's a very nice suggestion, and what you have requested the students, that some students from here also must try to come up in politics. So the political field has to be improved, and in India now, the same trend is going on. The young people are trying to come to politics, and these young people may probably bring better things than the people who are old. Because old people are bound by the traditions. These people are expected to do something new. And therefore I hope that the next Prime Minister of the country may be a Prime Minister at the age of 32. Let's hope so, and let's see what happens.
Now, we have Utkarsh of 9IG.
My question, what are your views about Anna Hazare's hunger strike against corruption?
I think Anna Hazare, whatever he did on the issue of corruption, was very important. Sometimes the people called him the new Mahatma Gandhi of India, because the issue was very difficult. He took the issue, he started fasting, he started getting a lot of response from the people. On the day when he started his fast, I was in Delhi and I saw how the people were running to support Anna Hazare. Anna Hazare was so far working in Maharashtra only, but now he has come to national level, and he thinks that if the corruption goes away, the country will be better country, and his fast has been useful. I personally have highest regards for Anna Hazare. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now we have Vishaka of 9C.
नमस्कार सर, मेरा प्रश्न आपसे ये है कि एक मध्यम वर्गीय परिवार से महाराष्ट्र के मुख्यमंत्री तक की यात्रा का मुख्य श्रेय आप किसे देते हैं?
You see, in everything, whatever you do, you require hard work, you require concentration, and also your luck matters, your destiny matters. And therefore, in my case also, my hard work paid me, my concentration also helped me, but यदि प्रश्न ये हो कि इसका श्रेय मैं किसको देता हूँ, तो मेरे पार्टी के प्रमुख, आई बिलोंग टू शिवसेना एंड माय पार्टी के प्रमुख हैं बाला साहब ठाकरे जी. मैं बाला साहब ठाकरे को इसका श्रेय देता हूँ कि उन्होंने मुझे हर समय मदद की, हर पोस्ट पर जाने के लिए वो मेरे पीछे खड़े रहे और उन्होंने मुझे चुना, और बाद में वहाँ जो एमपीज होते हैं या एमएलएज होते हैं उन्होंने भी मुझे मदद की. थैंक यू.
धन्यवाद सर.
Coming up with the next question, we have Somesh of 8A.
नमस्कार सर, मेरा आपसे यह सवाल है कि क्या आप अपने बच्चों को राजनीति में आने के लिए प्रेरित करते हैं?
मुझे एक लड़का है और 2 लड़कियां हैं. तो लड़कियों की शादी भी हो गई, उनको बच्चे भी हो गए, और मेरा जो लड़का है उसको भी बच्चे हो गए, लेकिन उन्होंने ये तय किया है कि राजनीति में नहीं आने का, खुद का बिजनेस करने का. अभी खुद का बिजनेस वो कर रहा है, एक बड़ी एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन चलाता है, बाद में रियल इस्टेट का बिजनेस भी करता है, और जितना बिजनेस मेरा था उससे बहुत बड़ा बिजनेस उसने बढ़ाया. और इसलिए मैं उनको नहीं कहता हूँ कि तुम यहाँ जाओ वहाँ जाओ, मैं तो हर समय सोचता हूँ कि बच्चों को जो चाहिए वो करना देना चाहिए, जो शिक्षा वो चाहते हैं वो ये. मेरी इच्छा अभी कभी भी ऐसी नहीं रही कि मैं राजनीति में हूँ इसलिए मेरे बच्चे भी राजनीति में आए, ये मैंने सोचा नहीं, ना ऐसा फोर्स भी मैंने किया. लेकिन जो काम करना चाहिए वो अच्छा करना चाहिए, और मेरे तीनों बच्चे जो काम उनको चाहता था वो मैंने करने दिया, और वो अच्छी तरीके से कर रहे हैं.
Next, we have Aditi of 7A.
Good morning, sir. My question is that your first career was as a teacher and then you plunged into active politics. What inspired you to do so?
It is very difficult to find out the exact reason why I preferred to be a politician, but I knew that the people had lots of problems. The government officers were not working properly. The then government was not the government with which the people were happy, and therefore I started working in politics. And another reason may be that whenever I contested in municipal corporation, I won the election. Not only I won the election, but in my party I was the first vote puller, and then I thought that this field is also good. Through this I can help the people, and therefore politics attracted me for working for the people. Thank you.
Thank you.
सर मेरा एक पर्सनल प्रश्न है आपके लिए। ज़्यादा करके लोग जब पॉलिटिक्स में आते हैं तो पहले पॉलिटिक्स में आते हैं, कुछ पद पे जाते हैं, कुछ रोल्स लेते हैं और फिर एजुकेशन में आते हैं। आपने रिवर्स किया, आप पहले एजुकेशन में गए और फिर आपने कम्युनिटी के लिए पॉलिटिक्स में कदम रखा। तो एजुकेशन में पहले आने से क्या आपका जो विचारधारा थी आपकी पॉलिटिक्स के बारे में, इसमें कुछ मेजर बदल हुआ या उसके वजह से आप पॉलिटिक्स में ज़्यादा सक्सेसफुल हुए, ऐसा कह सकते हैं?
एक बात तो सच है कि आप जीवन में जो कुछ करिए, लेकिन वो करने के पहले तो आपका एजुकेशन पूरा करना आवश्यक होता है। एजुकेशन गिव्स यू विजडम, एजुकेशन गिव्स यू नॉलेज। और कोई भी क्षेत्र हो जीवन में, कहाँ भी आपको काम करना हो, तो पहले एजुकेशन पूरा करना चाहिए। ये मेरा पहले से मत था, इसलिए मैं शिक्षा के क्षेत्र को ज़्यादा महत्व दिया। और फिर बाद में यहाँ आने के बाद मैं वहाँ ही नहीं रुका, केवल आपने प्रश्न पूछा इसलिए बताता हूँ कि एट द एज ऑफ 72 ऑल्सो आई वॉज द स्टूडेंट। I did my doctorate at the age of 72. The people were surprised, why are you learning even today? So I like studying. I preferred the subject, and I got PhD from Mumbai University, and I think that everybody must keep this with him and try to learn even after the age of 25. Learning is never a waste. That helps you sometimes, anytime, and therefore you must keep on learning throughout your life. Whether you go to the college regularly or not is a different thing. But there are degrees like PhD, Doctor of Literature. Everybody must try to get those degrees also because they are useful in your life. I wanted to ask this question, you should have called my wife also. She is not here. But the meaning of this particular sentence is that you can work better outside if you are happy at your home. If the wife wants to help you, she will look after the house. In my case, my wife is a housewife. She doesn't work outside. But she supported me all the times, and therefore the sentence that you have said is true, absolutely true in my life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Finally, we have Ayushi of 8A.
नमस्कार सर, हम सब आपसे बहुत प्रभावित हैं। भारत से बाहर रहने वाले हम बच्चों को भारत की सेवा कैसे कर सकते हैं?
एक तो आप भारत में आ सकते हैं, भारत में पूरी शिक्षा होने के बाद आना, और जो कुछ आपने यहाँ पढ़ा है जो भारत से अच्छा है वो वहाँ आकर लोगों को सिखाना एक काम हो सकता है। और दूसरी बात, भारत की समस्याएं बहुत है, वहाँ गरीबी बहुत है, लोगों को मॉडर्न नॉलेज कम है, तो ये मॉडर्न नॉलेज उनको भेजना पत्र से भेज सकते हैं, लिख कर भेज सकते हैं, वहाँ आकर बोल सकते हैं, और यही भारत की सेवा होगी। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि ये सब होने के बाद बात आसान होगी। और आपको और एक बात कहूँगा कि शादी करना वो भी किसी भारतीय आदमी से शादी करो, यानी आप ऑटोमेटिकली भारत में आ जाएगी।
Good morning, sir. Sir, my question is, in 2007, 2008 and as well as 2009, nearly 1,000 and as well as many people committed suicide in villages of Maharashtra. And still, many people are unemployed in Maharashtra. Many policies have been made by government, but still, so many people are committing suicide and so much of unemployment. So what is like your opinion or your thought for solving this problem?
I always say that the problems are man-made problems. It is not an act of God. Some mistake is done by the government of Maharashtra, sometimes by government of India. There is no question of getting jobs in India if the government seriously thinks about it. Jobs can be created, and therefore the people may not commit suicide for want of jobs. But you know, last 5 years, the people committed suicide were all farmers. The farmers committed suicide because they couldn't, there were no rains, and therefore there was no crop. There was no crop, therefore they had no work. And on such issues, the government has to find out remedies. They have to apply remedies, apply their mind, and see that the people do not commit suicides. I'm sure number of suicides in India is going down slowly, and the day would come when the people will not commit suicide for want of job or for want of better farming. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are grateful to Dr. Joshi for patiently answering our questions. Sir, we thank you for gracing us with your presence today. You have taken time out from a busy schedule and given us a day to cherish. We thank you on behalf of the students, management, and all members of the Global Indian International School family. We also deeply appreciate our distinguished guests and members of the management for joining us in welcoming Dr. Joshi today. We wish you a great day ahead. We request all members of the audience to stand for national anthem. Jaya Hai Bharat Bhagya Vidhata, Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha, Dravida Utkal Banga, Vindhya Himachal Yamuna Ganga, Uchchal Ganati Taranga. Shubh Ashish Mangaladayak Jaya Hai Bharat Bhagya Jaya Hai Jaya Hai
Jai Hai, Jai 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 Hai.
message would you like to give to GIIS? Students, the students of GIIS.
Message I have already given when I spoke, but I would always say that first part of the life is education, and that's the time when you can make best foundation for your life. You do it, whatever you like, but you must be educated. In all walks of life, the education is important, and therefore, even if there are some failures in education, schools or colleges, you must keep on earning. There is no comparison to earning in life. And what type of earning is your choice, but you must keep on earning at least to the age of 25. And one more sentence. And never forget that there is a map of your nation behind you. Whatever you do, you must do by keeping the national interest.
We want Mumbai to be like Singapore or be similar. And considering the fact that in Mumbai there's issues like poverty, sanitation issues, so with that limited resource, how do you think the Parliament or say the government of Maharashtra can go ahead and make it like Singapore? What do you think should be done?
According to me, Mumbai has started turning into Singapore. If you come to Mumbai now, you will find such huge buildings, big buildings, tall buildings. So the work is started already. But the cleanliness which I mentioned there also is not yet being done in Mumbai. For that, you require some money. The central government is also giving some special grant to Mumbai, and the sincerity must come in the minds of the people. Who makes the city dirty? Those people themselves. If you want the city to be nice, beautiful, then the citizens of the city must be nice. If you once get those habits of keeping roads clean, you can do it. There is no difficulty. If you think that you must work hard, you can work hard. But unfortunately, this education, civic education, is not given in Mumbai, and that is necessary.
My question is that what are the main challenges faced by the members of parliament today, India being a developing country?
You see, as a matter of fact, the members of parliament have, as members of parliament, no challenges, excepting a challenge that they require more money for spending in their constituencies. But apart from that, for a member of parliament, there is no challenge. When they come to government, become the ministers, then there are a number of challenges. Because the development of the country entirely is with the central government, a country as a whole. And they are also the members of parliament, no doubt. They have to take more responsibility to work in the interest of the country. But they unfortunately don't do it. They have political interest. And I have seen in our country, there being a good democracy, everybody would like to think about himself or his state, and then the people will forget for the country. The first thing when he asked me, I said, my one message is that always whatever activity you do, you must always keep behind you your nation. Because ultimately, who builds a nation? Nation is built by the people. And therefore, whatever you work, why so much corruption in the country? Only because the people don't understand their responsibility. And therefore, if you ask me, the challenge to the parliamentarian is to be away from the corruption and not allow others also to be corrupt.
I would like to ask till now, how have you felt GIS? What is your experience with GIS?
My first impression that the children are versatile. They know what is happening in India, and therefore they ask me questions which probably were difficult. They ask me about the corruption in the country. They ask me about politicians. They ask me about the youngsters in the politics, etc. So the students were good. The building is good. The administration is also good. And everything depends on what they give me to eat. Thank you.
The Maharashtra favorite.